The following show is a paid program.
Hey, this is Cam Hill for the Cam Hill Show. I am so excited on today. I have a dynamic power couple in here with me. We have Ferrell Phelps and we have Sonyia Graham. I'm telling you, hey, how you doing?
Man, we are fantastic.
Fabulous. Man, I could not sleep. I don't know what it was.
Come on now.
I'm
Come
telling
on,
you,
Cam.
I was so excited for both of you all to come
We
in.
were excited to be here.
I think it's because friends. You know, you have your friends in and you just say, yeah, I want them to come on.
A real
So
conversation, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Family, we have dynamic power couple Ferrell Phelps and Sonyia Graham, but I want you to see who is Ferrell Phelps. Let's do it. Let's look at the video.
My name is Ferrell Phelps. I'm a photographer. I'm a celebrity photographer, socially conscious photographer, author, and talk show host. I'm actually from the city of Houston, born and raised right here in Houston, Texas. I was asked to come year before last to speak to actually interview, not speak, but to interview the Princess of Stuttgart, Germany. So I flew to Germany, had a very interesting experience there. We had a waiter that had a very, very dark complexion. Oh man, look at his melanin. That's amazing. That's off the chain. And I said that to the people that I was with and the constituents with the princess. And the remark that was made was, if it was midnight, we would not be able to see him. That really disturbed me. I said, isn't it amazing how God created each one of us in his likeness, yet each one of us is different? In other words, if God created it, who are you to make a derogatory remark? And so I wanted to really shine light on how we are prejudiced against each other simply based on skin tone, melanin, something that God gave us to walk the earth in. And so as a result of that, skin deep, the skin I'm in was given birth. And I decided to go on Facebook and do a post saying I'm looking for models. I'm looking for people with these different skin tones, skin conditions, etc., or people that the world has shunned or looked at differently simply based on their uniqueness. And that's something that I wanted to highlight and showcase in this exhibition and let them know that you're just as important as the next person. What I basically do is I'll do a photograph, I'll take that photograph, and then I'll have the live model standing right next to it, dressed exactly as they were in that photograph, basically bringing that image to life. It's going to be another incredible exhibition that will take place September the 7th, 2019 at the prestigious Buffalo Soldiers Museum in downtown Houston. And also on this same night, all the models that have flown in from all over the world to be a part of the project, they all fly back into Houston for one spectacular night. I'm known for doing things that are different and outside of the box. I never want to be traditional. I never want to be like anybody else. I want to create my own lane in the realm of photography. I never aspire to be like another photographer per se. I always wanted to be a trendsetter, set the trends that others follow, not necessarily follow other trends.
Oh, shoot.
I am telling you, I love that. I love that, Mr. Ferrell Phelps. I'm telling you, skin I'm in. I do not want to leave out Miss Sonyia Graham. Let's just do a little bit. It says author, publisher, speaker, and talk show host. Your Voice.
Your Voice talk show.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Your Voice talk show is the conception of me and Keiko Johnson.
Yeah.
And basically, the whole concept is to have real conversations.
Yes.
We notice there's a lot of platforms out there that they're actually just giving a lot of information from an expert perspective. But we want to have that, but also have the voice of the listening audience as well, too. So on Sunday, we have one show about what have you birthed during COVID.
Yes.
So just getting people on a positive, just looking at the situation where we're at right now and finding something powerful, impactful that can emerge from with the COVID. So, but
I love that.
it's exciting as a talk show host.
Yes.
As you, I'm very excited about your new platform. This is amazing, and you're doing an amazing
Thank
job.
you so much. I'm telling you, on today we're doing unique modeling and talent diversity worldwide. Let's talk about the skin I'm in.
The skin I'm in, man. Like you guys saw in the previous tape,
Right.
Where we talked about the inception of it.
Yes.
And as a talk show host like yourself,
Yes.
I was asked to come to Germany to interview the Princess of Stuttgart, Germany.
Right.
And while I was there, I had an experience where, I'd seen a brother there. And when I say brother, I mean another American.
Right.
Not American, but of African descent.
Right.
And he had extremely dark skin. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I'm like,
Yes.
wow, look at his melanin. That's amazing. Like
Yes.
really hyped about it,
Yeah.
And being in Germany, I hadn't seen any other brothers the whole time I
Right.
was there. And he was our waiter, and I said to the people I was with, I'm going, wow, look at his melanin, And the remark was, if it was midnight, we wouldn't be able to see him. Followed by some other prejudicial remarks, and I was like, wow, you guys have flown me all the way from the States, America,
Yes.
to Germany, and don't you see that I'm a brother? You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? For you to have this type of conversation in my presence, so. Had an 18-hour flight back to the States. All I could think about was what had taken place.
Right.
And I'm like, man, it's amazing how we're prejudiced against one another simply based on melanin
Yes.
or a uniqueness. And so I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do something where I force people to look at each other,
Yes.
in the prejudices that exist. And I did a Facebook post. And I did it for Houston, Cam. I had no idea it would go viral.
Right.
Literally went all over the world.
Wow.
And as a result of that, people began to contact me from India and Africa and all over the United States. And so as a result, all these models flew into the city of Houston to be photographed for the project.
Wow.
And we saw that it had such legs to it. And when you hear the stories of what people experienced because of their uniqueness, it's you can't help but to feel it in your heart. And Sonyia and I were talking about it, and that's how we kind of came up with this idea.
Wow.
And Sonyia has been incredible with putting this thing together, man. I'm telling you, it would not happen without Sonyia Graham.
Absolutely.
When I say phenomenal,
Yes.
phenomenal.
She is.
And so we put this thing together, and now we have the agency called the Skin I'm In Agency, and so we're ready to show the world that everybody deserves representation.
And let's just say that. Let's say it's the Skin I'm In Model and Talent Agency.
Yes.
It's modeling and the talent. I
Right.
love that put together.
Yes.
And I just want to tell everybody and really thank Ferrell, because Ferrell, if you saw my intro, all of those photographs, everything I do is Ferrell. That was all. He's a celebrity photographer.
He's an
and
amazing photographer.
Look, and he did a little old Cam.
And you know what? I had a wonderful time doing Cam. I tell you, Cam followed instructions to a T. And I was just like he was anticipating us coming on the show today. I was
Yes.
anticipating Cam coming into the studio.
Yes.
And he followed instructions to a T.
Yeah.
And I knew that his images would be phenomenal.
They
So
were.
thanks for entrusting
Absolutely.
your branding to me. I appreciate that.
He does have Ferrell has an amazing eye. And I think because of the past modeling experiencing as well,
Yes.
because of the posing,
Yes.
angles and all of that stuff, he's very versed on and very talented. Because when I look at him working and see people in front of his camera,
Yes.
I mean, even myself in front of he makes you feel so comfortable,
He
and
does.
you just transforms your whole experience, and
He
you really
does.
feel like a supermodel.
You really do.
Because it's like, wow, this is what it's like. And,
Yes.
and the fact that you can show up in a studio and not have anything particular, and that he
Yes.
can dress you, style you with just fabric.
Exactly.
Just a piece of fabric, he can make it
Yes.
look like an outfit. So it's really, his creativity is amazing.
It
really
is.
is.
I truly agree
is
with
amazing.
that. I agree with that,
you
because
so
one
much.
thing about it, he has transformed really many people, and just the beauty. Let's just think of this.
Yeah.
The skin I'm in, vitiligo, the melanin of people that have been covering themselves, I noticed,
right.
for years and years. And I was just looking at a lot of the information and a lot of interviews with many of the people, how you blessed their life, because you were able to give them their truth, who they were.
Yeah.
They didn't have to wear the makeup. They didn't have to shun themselves, and then even after listening to their families saying thank you, because now they have they're beautiful.
Right.
How so? Why is that?
You
Why
know
did you
what?
do that?
I think that what happens, Cam, when you're able to accept yourself as God created you
Yes.
to be, you can see yourself in a totally different light.
Yeah.
And then you begin to walk in that light.
Right.
You begin to walk in the path of acceptance and
Yes.
feeling good about who you are and your uniqueness. And the beautiful thing about, and this is for any human being,
Yeah.
we are all individual people,
Yes, we are.
uniquely made. There's not another Cam
Right.
walking this earth. There's not another amazing Sonia Graham
Right.
walking this earth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And so when we're able to embrace our uniqueness and what God created us,
true.
we walk in a different light. We walk in a positive light. We make an
Yes.
impact on those around us.
so
And that's what I've seen happen with a lot of our models in the
Yes.
project. It's like they've had a rebirth
It is.
in a lot of ways. And for me, Cam, it's very gratifying to be able to impact people in such a positive way, and not only impact, but to educate people about the various skin
Right.
conditions that exist in this world.
Exactly.
And so that's why the project has been so heartfelt to me.
Exactly.
And another one of the elements of the project, so often if you have a uniqueness,
Yes.
you're picked on, you're shunned,
Yes.
you're bullied.
Yes.
You know, I come from a younger childhood where I was bullied as a kid.
Yes.
So I have a lot of sympathy for people that are bullied and
Right.
mistreated.
Right.
And I can empathize with what people go through for their own uniqueness. And so that's made me very sensitive to the models and the people that we're involved with.
Right. I love that because there was one family that was on there. We didn't show it today, but it was one family where she had already had a daughter that was with albinism. And then the older daughter.
Oh, yeah.
And then she had twins. And one, the little girl had albinism, but
Right.
her brother did not.
Right.
And he thought she was the beautiful thing. And of course, she's been bullied. And of course, he's been taking up for her because they're twins.
Right.
Absolutely.
And just the gratitude
Yes.
that they really loved you. They loved Ferrell. They were just so excited
Yes.
just to see the pictures and just to
Yes.
be able to say, you know, for them as a family,
Right.
thank you.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yes.
yeah. It was that was one of the gratifying things
Yes.
that took place, and it's also been really beautiful to see that the models that have been a part of the project
Yes.
now in other things,
Yes.
doing
Yeah.
commercials now,
Yes.
doing runway shows. A lot of the models have the self-esteem has just
They
been
have
Yes.
their own platform.
and when I see that, you know, and I can say to Sonia, you know what, we had an impact on that.
Yes.
You know, we had it was a blessing.
Yes.
Because not many people get to impact the world through what they do.
Right.
And so we take it seriously. And we're thankful each time we see somebody out there that we know came through us, or either the connection happened because
Right.
of us.
Yeah.
Right.
And now we're in a commercial, or now we're on a runway, or now
Right.
we're on a cover. You know, and so it's been a beautiful thing, man. And
It
we
really
just want to do
has.
more and more of that with the
Yes.
models in the agency now.
Absolutely, and I've noticed that because there was other people that were in there. One lady had a birthmark just on her face. Beautiful young
That's
lady.
Farron.
Yes, beautiful.
Beautiful. Not only is Farron beautiful, but her spirit,
Yes.
her
Inside.
spirit
Yes.
is incredible.
Yes.
And anybody that sees Farron was like, "Whoa, she is gorgeous," and she is absolutely beautiful.
And her husband was just so
Oh,
happy.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Because she
yes.
didn't have to put it on makeup on her face. She didn't have to cover herself
Yes.
like usual or forget, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She's like she
Right.
said, she might be, you know, out. And then
Yes.
she might forget her makeup or something, you know, touch
Yeah.
up or something
Yes.
like that. And just to be able to just take it off forever.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
And it empowers other people when
Yes.
they see you accepting yourself.
Yes.
It empowers them also to do the same thing.
Exactly.
And that's the beauty of the Skin I'm In agency.
Yes.
We want people to be empowered for their uniqueness.
Yes.
Empowered for who they are. Empowered for what they can become. Empowered from how they can influence the world.
Absolutely.
Simply based on accepting themselves.
Absolutely.
And Sonia and I have really made that our goal
Yes.
with what we're doing. To show, and not only that, Cam, but we're talking about the skin.
Yes.
But also a part of the agency are those
Yes.
that have amputees,
Adaptive. Yeah.
adaptive.
Yes.
We have
that
a
are
category
amputee as
that's
well.
called adaptive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing about the agency is this: the understanding that in your skin means who you are.
Right.
Period.
That's you.
That's exactly what it means.
Right.
It means you're
That's your
amazing
truth.
just the way you are.
Yeah.
And so the unique thing about the adaptive category that we have that Ferrell's speaking about is that you have people that, you know, whether an amputee or whatever, that the world looks at that maybe they should treat them differently.
Yes.
And a lot of these, especially a lot of our amazing adaptive models, I mean, they're competitive, they're in
Yes.
sports,
Very.
they're Olympians,
Yes.
just a lot of different things. I mean, they do things that the average person
Yeah.
that has all
Right.
limbs is not
Yes.
able
Yes.
to do. And so we're very fortunate to be
Yes.
able to have them on the platform as well too. But the whole thing is, in our agency, we're not trying to say, hey, carve out a place for us.
Yes.
Our agency, for the Skin I'm In Model and Talent Agency, is to say that we want a seat at every table. Mainstream industry is what we're going for. Our models deserve the same opportunities that anybody has. And so that's what we're striving for.
I love it. Let's take a break. We'll be right back with Ferrell and Sonyia.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. For a limited time, get $16,000 off all in-stock Cadillac 2019 XT5 crossovers and $19,000 off all in-stock 2019 CT6 sedans. Or experience the first ever 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury Collection. Only $519 with $1 down for 39 months lease. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service, striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. Drive the new 2020 Cadillac XT4, only $399 a month, or the new 2020 XT5, only $429 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase the XT4 or XT5 and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. Give me a call, Attorney Willie Powles. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call Attorney Willie Powles.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Thank you so much for coming back. We are here with Ferrell and Sonyia, and we're talking about the unique modeling and talent diversity worldwide. I love the fact that you all take everyone, every shape, form, everything. Plus size is a real big thing.
Yeah, we call that curvy. We call
curvy.
that curvy.
Curvy. Okay, curvy.
We call that our curvy category.
Let's talk about that category because it's become huge in the last 10 years plus.
Absolutely.
I would say if you think, again, it just goes to the average person. You know, not everybody is a perfect, a 36, 24, 36, whatever. That's the brick house.
Said, you know?
Yeah, that's what
I think I just dated myself, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we come in all, like you said, shapes and sizes.
Yes.
And then when you go into a store, you know, you talk about these brands. So these brands, you know, you have to be able to fit the masses. And we're not all small. You know, a lot of our populations are a little larger than others.
Yes.
And so guess what? Those clothes need to be seen on people that look like people that you want to come in the store and buy your product.
Right.
And so that's what we are. We're an agency that has a home, you know, for everybody, for that curvy category. Beautiful people that are curvy. You know, we have some amazing models that are going to strut down that runway, going to take those photos and just, you know, what they say, take names.
Exactly.
So we're excited about that. I mean, it just, size has nothing to do with who the person is on the inside or their talent or their ability.
Absolutely.
And so that's what the agency, you know, really, we're more than an agency. We are a movement.
You are.
Because, you know, we're going against the odds.
Yes.
We're going against the odds to make a change in the industry worldwide.
Yes. I also love age group. You all, I saw a lady that was 70 and she was looking good.
Oh, okay. That's a recent photo shoot that you're talking about.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah,
she looked beautiful. She didn't even look 70. I was like, 70?
But we do have, what's it called for the women?
Classic.
Classic for the women.
There you go.
It's classic, and the men, it's timeless.
Timeless.
I'm not sure if that sounds like a fair assessment.
I think it's a fair assessment.
You
We're
think
timeless,
so?
Cam.
We're timeless.
We have to be classic, and the men's are timeless, and that's industry-wide.
Right.
But I say all that to say that, you know, even age, you know.
Yes.
A lot of people are blessed to age gracefully.
Yes.
And then in some, you know, like I said in the commercials, you want to see yourself.
You do.
And so that's what's very important for our agency to represent. It's like everyone should be represented.
Absolutely.
And so that's our motto. And so
Absolutely.
that's what we do. We represent everyone.
And many people don't realize modeling is just a different thing. You can have hand models, you can have leg models, you have other things.
Strictly
And
the face.
Yes, but you all teach about the business side of it too. There is a huge business side of modeling. So you all walk people through the contracts. You all walk people through, I mean, how I'm making my money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We literally
We really do.
that
Yeah,
because
I know.
one of the things that we said in the beginning of putting this thing together
Yes.
is we want to be transparent.
Yes.
And you have so many agencies and people out there that are not transparent.
Yes.
And so that was what Sonia and I decided. Hey, we want to be very transparent in our contracts and our dialogue. And we also express to the models, if there's any questions you have for us, feel free to contact us. You know, and then we will give you clarity on whatever that might be.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's what we represent, and that's what we're going to continue to represent.
that is-
But the contracts also, you also are able to walk them in to get them work. And
Oh,
you
yeah,
talk
absolutely.
about, you work on those contracts too
Absolutely.
with them, because many
Absolutely.
people don't know. They know how to maybe walk the runway. They may know how to, you know, they're models.
Right.
But as far as the business side, many lose out on the business side, the money.
And you know, if I
And
can,
you all have helped.
That's so true. And if I could speak to today's technology with the social media.
Yes.
And so part of it, when it comes to the modeling talent agency, is that they have more access to individuals without having to go through agencies.
Yes.
But many of our, we have a lot of models that what we call influencers that have
Yes.
quite a few followers. But what they find is a lot of people want to they do collabs. Let's do a collab, and they'll DM them for a collab. But the issue is what price you can get for your collab.
Yeah.
As a agency, we can represent you, and there's a minimum amount that we're going to accept for your work and make sure that you get paid.
Right.
And then the other thing we do is the due diligence to make sure that that offer is legitimate,
Yes.
that the company's legitimate, and we protect you. So there's benefits of being behind an agency. And we're blessed to have people that are seasoned,
Right.
And found us to say, hey, you know, yes, I'm out on my own finding work, but I need the power and stability of an agency behind
Absolutely.
me to represent my best interests. And so that's where we
Yeah.
come in.
And that's
so,
what I want to highlight with Ferrell as well as Sonia, that
Yes.
you need an agency, because going
Yes.
on back pages, look,
Come on now.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of that stuff is not real. It'll say modeling, but I mean, sex trafficking,
There's
human trafficking.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that are out there, family. We've got to be careful.
Yeah,
we really
true.
do.
It's
It's
so
real.
true. It's
It's
so true.
reality. And you all are able to do the due diligence. You all are able to, you know, find out what is real and
Right.
what's not, and then get paid. The people get paid. You
And
know what I'm
and
saying?
another thing that we express to our models too, that
Yeah.
are part of the agency, if you're ever at a client
Yes.
and there's something that makes you feel uncomfortable,
Comfortable?
Yes.
you always have the right to leave.
Leave.
And also make the phone call to us.
Yes.
Because our goal is not only to serve as your agent but also to serve as your protector.
Exactly.
And to keep you
Absolutely.
safe from some of the craziness that's
Exactly.
happening in the world. And you know,
Exactly.
Cam, we happened to start this up at the time of COVID.
Yes.
We had no idea that COVID was going to happen,
Right.
man. And so it's been a challenge, you
Yes.
know, to get things going the way that we had envisioned them.
Right.
So we're having to make modifications and changes along this journey. And so we're telling our models, hey, you guys got to be patient with us right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Because things didn't happen the way we planned.
Right.
But the good thing is social media now.
Yes.
You know, and doing things virtually. So we're having
Yes.
to make modifications and changes.
Right.
And Sonia is so ingenious and creative with her ideas and her visions
Yes.
that it just helps things to get in place. And like I said before, this couldn't happen
Right.
had we not teamed up. Farrell couldn't have
Right.
did it without Sonia.
Absolutely.
You know? And when I tell you she's magic, she's magic.
Yes.
You know, I can't give her enough props because it's just the truth.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we agree on is, you know, transparency with our
Yes.
people, protecting our people,
Yes.
and doing the best that we can for them. So
Yeah.
we're excited about what's
Absolutely.
coming.
I'm
Absolutely.
excited
You
too,
have some
especially
amazing
now. Even though COVID has happened, you all have done remarkable through COVID.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
you all
moving.
have done, I mean, the technology, the work still is out there, you know,
Yes.
and
Right.
COVID
Yes.
will, we hope it won't always be here,
Okay.
but we are adjusting
not gonna
to
wait,
it.
right?
We're not going to wait. We're adjusting to it, you know, of what's
Right.
happening
Yeah.
right now.
Absolutely.
Let's do this. Let's look at one other thing about Ferrell's work.
Absolutely.
Let's go to another video and see Ferrell's work.
Absolutely.
She just got here. Everybody's just meeting for the first time. Oh no, Rose. Oh no. Oh yeah, hey, you was a sister, and we gonna show it today. So this is you guys' first time meeting in the flesh. You guys have talked over Facebook and things like that. How does it feel to actually see her face to face?
I told him he got a piece of my soul.
Oh.
Thank you.
Don't swell her head. It's swollen already.
No, he always be doing too much.
Hey, don't he?
Yes.
Always doing too much. You guys, y'all excited about the weekend?
Yes. What about this lady's picture?
Behind the scenes as today's models get themselves together, here we have the extremely amazing and beautiful Dre. This is really an amazing moment in time with these supermodels.
Family, I wanted you to see that. I'm telling you, my God, where did all of that creativity?
Right.
I wanted them to see what Sonyia was just saying. You can just take pieces and just throw them on.
Yes. Yes.
And it just looks amazing. Where
Yes.
did creativity come from?
Man, you know, I thank God for my creativity because it
Yes.
gives me life.
Yes.
It gives me energy. It keeps me uplifted.
Yes.
I don't know what I would do if I didn't have that creative gene in me.
Yes.
My mother was a fashion designer, and she was very artistic. My dad was a business owner. But we got a lot of that sense of creativity from my mother,
Right.
And my brother's the same way. So it's a family thing, I guess. But you know, it's just beautiful when you can see an object and you can see it past what it is.
Yes.
And it's no different than photographing a human being, a person, because I can see someone, I can see the features and see what's going to make that person photograph well. I can see them past what they see in themselves when they look in the mirror.
Right.
And that's why it's always gratifying for me to get someone in the studio. I call it my lab now.
Yeah.
You know,
Your
the studio
lab.
lab, you know, because that's where all the magic potion is mixed, and, you know, and then you see the end result
Absolutely.
After the fact. So I just like being creative, and I'm thankful that God placed that in me. And I'm thankful that He's given me the ability to inspire and motivate the world through what He's given me.
Absolutely.
You know,
I'm telling you, I've had so many people to shout out and say Ferrell has really made them feel the best.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, just after the shoot, you know,
Yes.
I did. Shoot, I thought I was a star. I'm thinking I can really jump and fly.
And you did a wonderful job, like I said before. Yes, sir.
You know,
The proof is in the pictures. They're amazing.
But you know,
Yeah.
pictures are amazing. And I love that creativity. Like I said, those were actual shots of albinism, vitiligo, birthmarks, just different places. It was a young man that had mold. What are the mold?
Neurofibromatosis.
Yes,
is what that's called.
Yes.
And it's where little tumors grow underneath the skin,
Then
they show up all
over his body.
Yeah.
I mean, just as we thinking about that, of course, and we did say curvy. We say that.
Yeah.
You know, we just all of it.
And
but
also,
it's beautiful. All of it is beautiful.
Yeah. And another thing too is those that are heavily melanated.
Yes.
With beautiful, rich hues of ebony. You know?
Yes.
We want to showcase that. And here's the deal, Cam. So often in society, we had this conversation coming today, have abused ourselves in the Black community based on melanin.
Yes.
Light versus dark, this, that, and the other. But I'm here to say we are all beautiful.
We are all
in
beautiful.
all shades of the rainbow as African American people. And that's why we want to showcase that. Beauty is about who you are as a person, not about a skin color.
Exactly.
And so highlighting and showcasing that is everything to me. And that's why this agency is so important, because we want the world to see what we see in everybody.
Yes. And I love the fact that you all are opening up to make sure that everybody is at the top. Everybody. That you all are going out, you know, where some people say, oh, well, I don't think we could get that job. Yes, you can get that job.
You should be able to get that job.
Exactly.
We should be able to see you in an ad for Target. We should be able to see you in a commercial for Nike or whatever.
You're right.
You know? One of the things I want to say real quick, Sonyia also represented an karate Olympian.
Really?
And I think it was one of the first people to be represented by Nike as well.
So Nia Abdallah, so she's a silver medalist Taekwondo 2004.
Yes.
And so the beauty of that is me learning the management side of, you know, because I've done a lot of marketing. I've 30 plus years of business and marketing, business development and marketing. But that side of how that came about was her family was looking for money because she was a hopeful for the Olympics.
Wow.
And the family said, well, we need money to get over there.
Right.
You know, so we need sponsorship for her because, you know, nobody really knows who she is right now. And so somebody at the Taekwondo gym that I was with my children said, hey, she does marketing, one of my friends. And so then I said, I've never marketed a person. But the beauty of that is, you know, I feel truly blessed that, you know, Nia, amazing young lady. And so I talked to her and I said, wow, you know, I want to do whatever I can do for you. And so I said, what is it that you aspire to do? She goes, well, I've always worn Nike. I love a Nike deal. I was like, okay. But the grace of God, you know, there's no 800 Nike, sign me up.
Right.
But it just worked out. You know, with all the, it took a lot of determination getting to the right person. But when I finally did, I was blessed with the opportunity to convince them, because what main thing they want to know is, can she win?
Yes.
You know, and I said, absolutely. And so she got a silver medal. You know, I'm seriously proud of her.
Wow.
She's an amazing young lady. So it was an honor representing her, and she's retired. And she's, you know, she graduated, she got her BA, and she's on to bigger things now. Her daughter is actually my goddaughter, Leela. So she's had an amazing career. But we say all that to say that all the marketing side and individual, and that I have that back. So it's an amazing team that we are here. It's all God, honestly. Just the balance. They say the yin and the yang. You know, it's an excellent balance, and so I'm very grateful to be on this platform with Ferrell and to bring this to fruition. I mean, it's truly a ministry for us. It really is. It's not just a business. It's really a ministry to inspire and change the lives of people and change the mindset of the world. So that's what we're here to do.
That sounds good.
Awesome.
Sounds good. We'll be right back with Ferrell and Sonyia.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. Drive the new 2020 Cadillac XT4, only $399 a month, or the new 2020 XT5, only $429 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase the XT4 or XT5 and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, truck accident, car accident? Was someone texting and ran into the back of you, not paying attention? It doesn't matter what it is. give me a call, Attorney Willie Powers. We'll fix it today. The number is 281-881-2457. Again, that number is 281-881-2457. We'll fix it today. Call Attorney Willie Powers.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. For a limited time, get $16,000 off all in-stock Cadillac 2019 XT5 crossovers and $19,000 off all in-stock 2019 CT6 sedans. Or experience the first ever 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, only $519 with $1 down for 39 months lease. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey family, we are back with Ferrell and Sonyia. Let's talk about what's coming up.
Man, let me tell you, we're just excited about the agency, period. We're excited for the ball to get rolling because we've been kind of dormant as far as the world knows. But behind the scenes, we've been really working hard. And so we're really excited about the website coming up so that people can actually go to the website, see our models, and that our clients can go there and say, hey, we want this one, this one, and this one, and this one, this one. So that website is going to be up before October, before the end of October. So we're excited about that. October the 11th, we're going to actually have our first taped runway show that we're really excited about, and all the models in the agency will be a part of that runway show. Filmed on the background of the landscape of Houston. So we're excited about that. We're really excited about that. And so and we have involved the models, hairstylists, makeup artists, everything. You name it, everybody's involved.
It's going to be a big production.
It's going to be a great production. And then also, Cam, we have some other stuff that's going to be coming up that we can't talk about yet. But we are going to let you know. And maybe that'll be a good time to bring us back on your show.
There you go.
Because we plan on doing some big things in Houston and kind of putting Houston on the map with what we're doing.
Absolutely.
And we're excited about it. And I was telling Sonia, I'm like, Sonia, I want to say it. I want to say it. She's like, don't you say a word. Don't you say a word. She didn't say that, but I knew. But we're going to talk about that, at a different time. But we're really excited about what's coming up for the models, man. It's going to be great.
Oh, I know it is. I know it is. People have been asking about the book. They want the book. The skin I'm in. It keeps selling out.
I'm so blessed that the book has sold out each time. And for those that may not know about the book. The book is an anthology with all of the models in the book. So not only do you get to see their artistic image, but you also get to see their stories and what they've gone through living in the skin they're in, how they've been mistreated, how they've been made to feel not needed or like they're not good enough. So you hear all their stories, and they're really heartfelt stories. And so you get to see all that in the book. The book has sold out. However, we are going to do a reprint before this year is up. And so we're excited about that, Volume 3. We're going to mix some things up in Volume 3. So we're excited about that, and it's going to be
people have been calling. I mean, they have been inboxing, and they have been DMing. Where's the book?
We're excited about exposing the new book to the world and letting people see what's been done. And encouraging people. We always want to inspire people with the stories, even in the book. We want to inspire people because so often people don't feel like they can overcome who God created them to be.
And it does. It really does. It helps when you read someone else's story, and that person looks like you. You know the person, and they're going through that, or they have gone through that same thing. Then that makes them be. They say, "Oh, I can live in my truth."
That's it. And you know what, too, Cam. In the agency, we also have children.
We do
because
have kids,
children have to get the representation, and we have uniquely beautiful children. We have a young man named Corey who is, and he's an amputee. He's adaptive, and he's a part of the agency. We have another little girl that has albinism, and another one that has a vitiligo. And so we want to represent, and here's the deal. We want people to have a level of sensitivity to people's uniqueness, to others' uniqueness. We want you to have a sensitivity to it. We don't want you to be cruel when that person goes out into the world. So if we can show kids in their uniqueness at that age and build confidence in those kids so that the world is seeing them, then I think it's going to make it a better world.
Absolutely. I love the fact that you all make it normal,
That's the
not
key.
abnormal.
Yeah,
That's what
that's
we
the
used to
key.
call, oh,
Yeah.
that's abnormal.
Yeah.
But this is normality. This is where people are, they're just walking and they're not staring. People aren't
Right.
staring anymore.
Right.
People are just looking at, oh, okay, there's a family. Things
Right.
like
Yeah.
that.
And here's
And that's what I love about your modeling and your talent agency.
Yeah.
It's just normal.
Yeah.
that's it. And that's what we want people to see.
Yes.
And to see people as normal. Because
Yes,
we
'cause
are
they
normal,
are
no matter
normal.
what.
Yes,
You
they
know,
are normal.
you're normal in your uniqueness, whatever that
Exactly.
is for you.
Exactly.
And that's what we want the world to see. And also, when you're able to educate people,
Yes.
Cam, about the different skin types,
Yes.
if I'm able to educate you about what vitiligo
Is,
is,
right.
then you know about it. So
Yes.
when you go out into the world and you see someone with that skin type or
Yes.
skin condition, you're not freaking out or like, oh, what's wrong with them? Because you now are
Exactly.
educated about it.
Exactly.
You know, if it's about albinism, you learn about albinism is
Right.
basically the absence of pigment in a person's
That's
skin.
it.
That simple.
Right.
So when you have that type of education, you can see them in a totally different light because you
Yes.
know exactly what it is.
Exactly. And it's not contagious.
And it's not contagious. You can shake hands. You can give change at the register,
Right.
and you know what I mean.
Right.
And that's been some of the stories that people have
Yes,
had. Like,
I've read that.
yeah, you know,
Yes.
giving just as simple as going to a cash register
Right.
and someone giving you your
Yes.
dollar and some change back, and they put it on the counter
Right.
as opposed to putting it in your hand.
Exactly. Right.
And then that
Exactly.
person is made to feel like, oh, really? You know,
Right.
like less than.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And this is another thing too, Cam, that I
Yeah.
want to highlight and say. In working with these models,
Yes.
these incredible models for 2 years, well, actually 3 years.
3 years. Yeah.
One of the things that they all say to me is they would much rather people come up and ask the question
Yes.
as opposed to sitting back gawking and staring and like something.
Yes.
They would much rather you create a conversation, and then that way they can educate you about
Yes.
what.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so that's something that I've learned, and I try to pass that lesson on whenever I get a platform to do it.
I
It's
love
okay
that.
to be curious. They're okay with that. They just want to be able to approach them as a normal person.
Absolutely.
And just have a conversation about
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's what we want to do,
Right.
With this agency, and that's what we are doing with this agency.
Yes.
And again, we want to normalize
Yes.
the advertising world.
Yes.
You know, we want these models to be in advertising. We want to be on commercials. We want to be on runways,
Right.
and that's in every shape, form, fashion that you can imagine. And so we do have some models in the agency that may not necessarily have a uniqueness, but it's a representation of who the world is,
Right.
as well. So
I
we're
like
kind of
that.
in a lot of ways representing the world in a lot of
world
ways.
as a
If that
whole.
makes any sense.
Diversity and inclusion is huge with
Very.
the agency.
Absolutely.
And for brands out there, you know, with a lot of things that are going on today, it's important, we say, have a person that looks like you in it, but at the end of the day, the world is ready for that.
Yes.
You know, not here and here, but just as a whole on an everyday basis. Every day I turn a TV on, I should see somebody that's
Yes.
diverse or has with inclusion involved, not just here and there. And it's, like you said, a norm. We're just
Yes.
trying to make this is the way it should be.
Right.
You know, we're all created, we're all special, we're all unique. And the way I look should be represented in the world as a whole. And so that's how we want the world to look at everyone. And from my perspective as an author for the original blueprint, we're all
Yes.
original, you
Yes.
know, and no mistake was made when you were made.
Absolutely.
You're made unique,
right.
you're beautifully
Yes.
and wonderfully made just the way you are on the inside and the outside.
Absolutely.
So the sooner we get that in and understood, and those people, those models have that confidence because the world is full of bullies. So when you know who you are, that and whose you are, you'll have that
Right.
confidence
Yep.
Right.
no matter what you run into. And so
Yeah.
that's what we also, in our agency is a holistic. We actually have where they'll be able to talk to a counselor.
Wow,
We'll have
that's
group
good.
sessions because in modeling as a whole, it's such a high and very competitive field that you have emotional, downfalls and things you may run into. So we want to empower them on, but then to have the uniqueness on top of that.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that we're serving our models from the inside and out. We want them to be whole, and we want them to be, have strong understanding of who they are and have a safe place to release some of those things and get some help or have someone hear what
Right.
you're encountering.
I'm so glad.
It's a holistic. Our agency is not the normal agency
Right.
At all.
at all.
I'm glad about that because depression comes in.
Yeah.
You know,
It does.
suicide.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Mental health is
Mental
very
health.
important to
Yeah.
us.
And I've heard all the stories.
Yes.
You know, over the years, I've heard the stories of people not feeling worthy,
Right.
feeling less than, wanting
Yes.
to kill themselves because the world didn't treat them the way
Right.
that you would expect the world to treat you. And so when we talked about all those different elements and how people are affected for their uniqueness, we were like, you know what, we need to have a psychiatrist or psychologist on board.
Yes.
And that is also available to our models if they want to just have that conversation with somebody. We want people to feel healthy and we want them to be whole.
Yes.
Important.
Yes. How do we get in touch with you? Let's look.
Okay, the website will be theskinomn.com. Very simple. On social media, we're the Skin I'm In Talent Agency on Facebook and Skin I'm In on Instagram. That you can reach us.
Skin I'm In on
and
Instagram.
we're here in Houston on what's our address?
The physical address is 5222 FM 1960 West. The physical address is 5222 FM 1960 West. Certainly reach us on social media, as Sonia has just given the information for. And you have any questions or you have any inquiries or want to possibly be a model in the agency, certainly look us up that way. But
Submissions. Yeah.
And submissions,
Actually, on Instagram, if you go to our even the Facebook page, you can actually submit. The way it is, please feel free to submit. No experience necessary. You don't have to have a portfolio or any of those things. And what we'll be looking at is the need at the time and what we're looking for. And if by chance you submit and you don't hear anything from us, don't be discouraged. 6 months later, just make sure you resubmit with some new photos and just keep trying. The sky's the limit. You never know. You always keep trying.
Absolutely.
Yes.
What things should they be prepared to have? For modeling, is there a packet or something?
Well, you know what?
Pictures. I know you.
Absolutely.
He's a photographer.
Absolutely. And one of the things that we encourage people is to learn on their own too.
Yes.
And in today's the virtual world and the internet, things like that, you can find a billion tutorials on how to walk a runway, on how to read for commercials.
Yes.
These are the types of things that models need. They need to know that. They need to practice commercials. They need to practice the runway. And not only that, but you need to have photographs. Photographs are key. Without those, nobody's going to know who you are.
Right.
And so having a good portfolio put together that shows you in various ways, that will show the various dimensions that you have as a model and the versatility, because versatility is so important in the industry. We don't want people that can just take a good picture, but we want people that can speak well, who have incredible diction, that can hit that runway and kill it. That can put Naomi Campbell to shame. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We want that with our models. So these are the things that when you talk about what they should come with, this is what we expect from the models, and we encourage that. And one of the things about our agency is that we're not a school. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
But we try to give our models the tools to work with, so that when they go out into the world, that they're going to, hey, we like that person. Man, she's equipped. She's ready. She speaks incredibly well. She poses incredibly well. She hits the runway like Naomi Campbell or Tyra Banks. You know what I'm saying? And so that's important to us. So we try to give them those tools, and a lot of agencies don't do that. A lot of agencies don't do that. So we're just excited, Cam.
I'm telling you, I'm excited too. What I'd like to do is let you talk in the camera to the viewers and let them know, what's your last words to them, to the viewers.
All right. Since I'm a gentleman, I'm going to let her go first.
Our word would be to keep a lookout for the Skin I'm In Model and Talent Agency. And we pray that you'll help support, get the word out, because it's time for a change. It's time for a change for the world to view everybody unique, because we all are now, and accept each other in our unique differences.
Yeah, I think she said it. But yeah, that is definitely important. And like Sonia said, all those things are very, very much key to what it is that we're doing. I'm excited about it. You guys can find out about me on social media. My name is Ferrell Phelps. Very easy to find. You can find our Facebook page for the modeling agency, and that's the Skin I'm In Model and Talent Agency on Facebook.
Yes.
You guys can find us there. And then the Skin I'm In Agency on Instagram.
Skin I'm In Model.
Model. There you go. Help me out.
It's a lot of models and talents, and
all of that. But we're really easy to find, so we hope you guys can look out for us there. If you have people that you think might be a good fit for the agency, certainly send them our way. And we're excited. And we want to say also thank you, Cam,
for allowing us to be on your platform. This is a blessing. Thank you so much.
And also for allowing me to capture the images that represent who you are.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Hey, family, I'm telling you, Ferrell Phelps, as well as Sonia Graham. Thank you so much for
Thank
everything.
you for having us, Cam. It's been a pleasure.
Fun.
It's been
Thank you for having
awesome.
us.
Fun.
It's been awesome.
We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.